Hey guys, hope you're having a good day. I did not do any prepping yesterday, so today I'm going to share a recipe with you. I just kind of got a wild hair about some things that I wanted to try in a recipe, and so I'm going to put it together and we'll see how it works out. So what I'm going to call this is going to be Chicken Broccoli Casserole, and as you can guess, it's got chicken and it's got broccoli in it. So let me start out by saying that earlier this week, last night, I made a whole chicken and I pulled the chicken off the bones and I took the bones and I made broth with it. So I've done that. The chicken that I got was in a 2-pack. And it was just over $10 for those 2 chickens. So I took one of the chickens and I threw it in my freezer, and I took the other chicken and I've made it like this. And today, earlier, you might have seen my soup that I made. I'm going to put a picture of it right here. And all I did was I took a serving of green beans and I warmed those up in the microwave. I shredded some of the chicken that I made yesterday, put that on top, warmed that up in the microwave, spooned over some of that fresh bone broth that I just made, and a good dollop of sour cream, and I had cream of chicken and green bean soup today. It was so good, and it maybe cost me $1, $1.50 for all of that, so I thought that was pretty good. So what I've got is this $5 chicken. I've already had it for 2 meals because we had it for dinner last night and my lunch today, and then I'm going to take the rest of it and I'm going to shred it up and I'm going to make this recipe. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and we'll see how it turns out, guys. All right, so let me go ahead and turn you down and show you where we are. Okay, so here is the rest of the chicken from last night that I cooked up. And so all I'm gonna do, my hands are clean, I promise, I just washed them. So all I'm just gonna do is just pull it apart a little bit so that it's not quite such big pieces, but it is still good. This is kind of a take on a recipe, a couple of different recipes. I used to make a recipe that had like cream of chicken soup, or it could have been cream of celery soup, and some other spices, but I don't make that anymore because I don't use canned soups anymore. So I think this is going to be a good option. And the thing is that with this recipe, the old recipe did not call for broccoli, so I'm kind of combining this one and my ground beef recipe to just try something new tonight, to be a little different, and I think that it will make a lot of really good leftovers for my husband and daughter. And one thing that I've been working on this last week or two is to, once we're done eating dinner, to take the leftovers and portion them up and throw them in the freezer. So right now in the freezer I have some creamy Parmesan chicken with vegetables. I have, what else did I put in there? Oh, I made a chicken and green bean cheese sauce recipe last week, so the leftovers from that went into the freezer. And my husband has really actually, I think, enjoyed bringing that stuff to work, and so I really definitely need to do that some more. I made some chicken last night. I had prep cooked some chicken legs, and I tried some different flavors. I'm trying to get a little experimental, guys. And my daughter came home and promptly ate half of them, and I went to get some today and for my lunch, and she had taken the rest with her to school. So I guess it was a winner, so I'll have to remake those. So I still have some chicken left in here, but I think that this is going to be more than enough for the recipe. So that's all I'm going to do. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 16-ounce bag of broccoli florets, and I lightly cooked them in the microwave I did it for about 2 minutes, so they're not completely thawed, but they're thawed enough because we're going to throw it into the oven. So all I'm going to do is just put it in the bottom of the pan like that. And to this chicken, I am going to add 1 package of Philadelphia, is it 5 ingredient or 3 ingredient cream cheese? And we'll do that. And then I'm going to take some sour cream and throw some of that in here as well, which I'm going to say I'm going to use about 1 cup of sour cream. So there's that. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Everything Bagels seasoning, and I'm going to put that in there because I thought it would be a fun flavor. My family really misses garlic sometimes, I think, because I can't have it. And since I'm not going to be eating this recipe because I can't have the broccoli, I figured I might as well use some fun seasonings for them. So that's about a teaspoon of that, and we're just going to mix it together until it's well combined. And it may have done better had I done this in my mixer, but that's okay. It'll get there in a second. And we'll see how it looks with the spices, if I think it needs some more spices. And looks like it's getting well combined now. I like these easy recipes that don't take too much time. You can just throw them in the oven, and they're usually really good once they come out. So there we go. Looks like that's about all the mixing I'm going to need to do for this. Now, I would say that this recipe probably is about, I want to say $5. The cream cheese is going to be about $1.50 to $2. The broccoli is going to be about $1.50 to $2. And then the sour cream and spices and the chicken. So I'm going to guesstimate that this recipe is probably $5 or $6. We'll just say that. And all you're going to do is just push this down so that it's evenly distributed over the broccoli. And then I will do one more thing just to make it a little more fun. So there we go. And this cream cheese is going to really just get all good and juicy. There was a little bit of water in the bag of the broccoli, so that should help to thin it out a little bit, and it won't be this thick when it comes out. Now, the last thing we're going to do is I'm going to take, I've got about half a bag of these cheese wisps, and these are cheddar cheese. You could use pepper jack, you could use Parmesan. They even have a barbecue flavor, but I really don't recommend those just because they do have some not so good ingredients in them. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and crunch these up a little bit, and then we're going to sprinkle them over the top. Alright, so there you go. That is the whole recipe. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in my oven. I have the convection oven going at 350 degrees, and I will put that in there for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and when it's all done I will bring it out and I will show you how good it looks, and I will have someone do a taste test for me. So thank you so much for watching. Alright guys, we are back, and it has been about 45 minutes or so since I put this in, so I wanted to show you how it turned out. So let me go ahead and point you down so you can see. And there's the casserole. It got nice and brown around the edges, and it got a nice brown on top. Looks like it's going to be really good. I'll tell you what, it smells really, really good. I don't have anybody here right now to try this, but I can at least dish it out so you guys can see what it looks like. So there you go. What do you think, guys? How does it look? There you go. So that is what is for dinner tonight for my husband and my daughter. I'm just gonna have some simple chicken or something. I haven't decided yet. And so I hope you like this recipe, and have a good rest of the night. Talk to you guys later.